It's so wonderful to be together for this International Day of Peace. We have a beautiful prayer that we chant in the Hindu tradition that says, Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. And it means, oh God, lead us from falsehood to truth. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from false identification with this physical being to true identification, real awareness of our divine nature. The darkness that we find ourselves in is a darkness of ignorance. We're not evil or bad or wrong. We're just ignorant. So moving out of darkness into light means we move from ignorance to truth. The ignorance that is killing us today is this myth of separation. Separation on the basis of our race, our religion, our color, our culture, our creed. Everything that ails us today, from depression to addiction to conflict to wars to environmental destruction and climate change, all of it is due to this myth of separation that says we are separate from the divine, separate from each other, separate from Mother Earth. Now is the time to move into the truth of our oneness. And they say, it's always darkest before the dawn. Things are pretty dark in many ways these days, but it is also the darkness of creation. It's the darkness of the womb out of which new birth emerges. It's the darkness of the seed underground before it cracks and sprouts into new life. It's the darkness of the cocoon in which the caterpillar is liquefied before it becomes a butterfly. And it's the darkness and the heat of the potter's kiln before the new creation is ready. Nature has made it abundantly clear that in order for new life to emerge, we have to be prepared to crack. Whether we think of seeds sprouting or cocoons bursting, or chicks hatching from eggs, or caterpillars being liquefied into butterflies, in all of these metaphors, the old way must be dismantled in order for the new way to begin. You cannot be half caterpillar and half butterfly, half egg and half chick, half uncooked lump of clay and half gorgeous vase. So let us dive deep within ourselves, into the fullness of our open hearts, where we have faith and allow ourselves to be cracked, to be liquefied, to be cooked, to allow ourselves, in the words of St. Francis of Assisi, to be truly instruments of thy peace. And how do we do that? Number one, we must choose peace, choose love. At every moment, we have the choice. That doesn't mean, by the way, that we become doormats or that we're soft and weak. Gandhiji's peace was fierce. The love of a mama bear protecting her young is fierce. And peace, our definition of peace, must be expanded. It is not enough anymore to just refrain from killing. The peace we speak of today must include ensuring that all of our sisters and brothers of every race, of every religion, of every walk of life, of every color, every culture, every socioeconomic status, every sexual orientation, everyone has access to clean water, clean air, to clean soil, to human rights, to equality. Tens of thousands, up to hundreds of millions of people displaced from their homes is not peace. And that peace must extend to Mother Earth. As we worry about the economy, let us remember that the first part of economy is eco. The peace of today must put the eco back in economy. This is a time that calls for expanded peace and fierce love. And lastly, let us realize and remember that spirituality is action, especially now. This is not the time to retreat into a cave of peace in the midst of a world of chaos. It is the time to create the inner cave of peace and ground and anchor ourselves in that inner peace so that we can truly be instruments of peace for the world. That source of peace within allows us to be useful, engaged, active instruments of peace for the world. Not thoughtless reaction, but proactive action for the world. This is what we call karma yoga. Karma means action. Yoga means unity, oneness. So when we speak about karma yoga, it means action inspired by, rooted in an awareness of unity, oneness. And it means action leading to greater union and oneness. When Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita spoke to us about 3 streams of yoga, he spoke about the stream of bhakti, means devotion, love, the stream of jnana, wisdom, and the stream of karma, action. But they're not 3 separate, unrelated streams. It's not about eeny, meeny, miny, mo, which do I do? They are interweaving, interwoven, interlinked streams. So our action, our karma, must be interwoven with streams of wisdom and of love. From here on the banks of Mother Ganga, sending love, prayer for peace, expanded peace and fierce love to all of you in your cities, in your countries, across the world. Let us remember we are one and we are together.